to ChillZone Biz Talk, where great minds, bold moves, and real money talk collide. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim, serving you everything in the business world, from building wealth, money talk, and meeting great entrepreneurs.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ChillZone Biz Talk right here on SSBC. I am your host, Rochelle Hakim. Today, it's another vibrant day where we get to talk about money, make sense, and at the same time, how we evolve in our enterprises. This show is not only about an ordinary show. It is a supernatural one where you get to meet business leaders, CEOs, founders, and so many more. We talk about how exactly their skills are going to shape your business or make you so curious to start one. And today right here, I do have a co-founder from Yumi Pads. She's one incredible lady that came up with an idea of manufacturing sanitary pads locally. And it's so important that we get to hear from her. Why is it so important we do businesses that target women, relate to women? And why is it important as a woman for you to have your own money, build yourself, and develop your economical status to the ground, from ground to the top? Well, I want her to do the introduction and definitely for us to get much more about who she is. Welcome to ChillZone Biz Talk.
Thank you very much, Miss Rachel. I really appreciate this opportunity to be here today and to be able to influence other young business people and women in business. My name is Akut Josephine Mayen. I'm a South Sudanese. I'm a young South Sudanese. By profession, I'm a lawyer. I just finished law school. And another thing is I'm a co-founder of Yumi Sanitary Pads. That is our business we do. Thank you.
That's so great. You know, at first I thought you were just an entrepreneur right away, and you becoming a lawyer, you're actually a lawyer and entrepreneur at the same time, really gives me that excitement. So what really motivated you to produce or to locally manufacture sanitary pads in South Sudan?
We at Yommie decided to manufacture sanitary pads locally for various reasons. In our market, in our South Sudanese market, we realized that most of the products, not only the sanitary pads, are exported. With the exportation, that means our quality, the number, whatever is in the market is determined by the people out there. For instance, the quality, also affordability, because people put in a lot of things in the things they bring from other countries. They put in their import duties, the taxes. So this is going to make products expensive in the market, sanitary pads. And as a nation, something so basic, something so essential, I feel like should not be determined by others. We should make the determination of our basic needs. A sanitary pad is a basic need. Given an example, we had a lot of products being brought from Sudan before the war. When the war broke out, some of these qualities which were consistent with our needs as women, as South Sudanese women, are out of the market. And when they're out of the market, we will not stop to menstruate. We will continue to menstruate. So for that reason, every woman needs to be dignified in her menstruation. And for that reason, she deserves high quality and something which she can afford within her country. This is why we came up with Yommie Sanitary Pads.
That's super interesting. Currently, there's something that is making me super curious because I'd like to know, as an entrepreneur, what exactly do you think people are missing out into considering when they're making a product for women? Because some people think that women are in high demand, they're in high population and everything, but at the end of the day, there's some things that are missing out that they don't understand about women. So if I'm an entrepreneur today, what do you think the best things I need to consider first when producing anything for a woman?
When producing anything for the women, we need to consider that we women are diverse. We have different cultures, we have different perceptions, we have different ways we operate, we have different sizes, we have different colors. So when you are considering producing something for women, you have to put that into play. You have to make sure you really consider. You have to know that the market is diverse. There are people who like this, there are people who like that. This cannot suit these people. We have cultures, you know, as South Sudanese. We have Muslims, we have Christians. If you are a clothing brand, you know, and you want to put the diversity in your business. You know, you should consider how do Muslims dress if it's fashion.
Yes.
You should really consider their faith when producing for them. If it is other people, how do they want to dress? Is it culturally, is it appropriate, especially for our South Sudanese market? Another thing which a lot of businesses have is stereotyping. They stereotype us as women. Like now, let us say in South Sudan here, they be like, a lot of the South Sudanese are dark. So I'm producing a foundation for South Sudanese women, and you decide that you bring only the darker shades of foundation. Where are the brown people going to fall? You know, so you are stereotyping South Sudanese are dark-skinned people. So for that reason, they should only have maybe dark foundation brands. So you really need to go there, not stereotype, not assume that women like this, women don't like this. Get to know your people who are going to consume your product or your service. Yes, this is also another thing that a lot of businesses do not put into play when producing for women.
That's so true. You're so absolutely right about that. So now, as a young woman, and you're working, you have your business running, why do you think it's so important for a woman to have her own business or either source of income? Because some people may think that, well, my passion is just about staying home, doing less, and I'm comfortable about that. But what do you think it comes with once you have your own resources?
As women, when you have your own resources, it builds a source of confidence. You see, a woman who is having her own money, she knows where this money comes from. She knows how she earns it. She's confident. She talks with confidence. She walks with confidence. Everything she does is with confidence because nobody can influence her. You know, you're going to do like this. You're going to do like that. She can make better decisions about her life, how she lives, her lifestyle choices, you know, about her health. When to produce, how to produce, who is her doctor, because she can actually afford that. No one is deciding who you're going to go to. Also other future incomes, you know, outcomes in your life, you are able to decide them free of will because it's your own personal money, how much you're going to save, how much you're going to invest, and where you're going to invest it, because at the end of the day, something to do with people's money. People have different interests. Someone, you know, it's my money, I want it to go like this, I want it to work like this. It's my money, I want it to be spent like this. You know, as a woman, that puts you in limitation. Even as many housewives understand this. You know, when your husband gives you money, he knows that this money is supposed to work for A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You are not supposed to go outside those limits. If you're going to go outside those criteria which he has created for you, he's going to question where did this money go, how was it spent, how am I going to benefit, what if it doesn't work out. But when it's your money, whether it works out, you know, it's on you. It has to work out because it's your money at the end of the day. So nobody wants to carry, you know, the burden and loss which you might incur with their money, so they're going to always be skeptical. Also, another thing about women having their money, it promotes like a sense of equality. You see, if we are to be equals in South Sudan with the men, we women should have our ground of financial independence. You know, you should be able to, when you want to come and talk to men, they'll be like, who is she? But when this, you know, she's a lady, she has a business, she's doing this, she has a personal income, she makes her own choices. People will want to listen. Okay, there's a woman who is making it. People will want to know, how does she make it, you know? And they will also listen to you because you have left some level of, you know, someone they can also look up to as men. So it is very important for women to have their own money at all times. You know, it will also, you will also free to make other basic choices, how to eat, how to live, because women, we like to take care of ourselves, but you know how poverty works, right? Poverty is something
disturbing,
very disturbing. So just imagine, and women, when we have money, we are very helpful. Imagine a mom has money, you know, we women, we think of our kids, you know, our families, and I feel like when women have, it's more of national building. When women have that source of independence, we build our kids, we build our husbands, we build our brothers, you know, we don't think outside things which are non-productive, like the men when they have the money. I don't want to attack, but
Already you did. And then they'll be like, okay, that's so straightforward. But honestly, what you have stated are the facts are truly real, and it gives that kind of stability emotionally and productivity and so much more. And I encourage that. So going on to Yumi Pads, what are the things that you have learned out of the mistakes? Because usually entrepreneurs, some new entrepreneurs will feel like, if the market is not treating me well, the consumers are not trusting my products, especially for your case, there are a lot of competition, not locally, but internationally. So someone will be like, why should I go for this while I have a better choice? What mistakes have you learned from that experience and made your brand to stand out more?
one mistake we have learned as Yomi, we've learned that you know, in this market there is no going back. When you're out there, you should be constantly out there, because something called menstruation doesn't stop. So you have to be, for us, as a mistake we committed, we found ourselves a few months we are kind of sleeping, a few months, you know, we are producing low, we are not constantly there, even when our customers are not. And also another thing we as a business is, when you decide to go in the market, you should go head on. So we are having a challenge. I cannot call it a mistake. We're having a challenge of we cannot satisfy the market at the moment. But also I consider it a mistake. It's a challenge, but it's a mistake that we are not attempting to go into the market head on, you know, try to satisfy the consumer demand and then see from there. So that one is a very big mistake for us. I cannot tell how the mistakes of other brands or other businesses. Yes.
All right, that's great. So currently there's a person who's watching you, and basically they have a lot going on in their mind. Today they will come with this plan, tomorrow they want to come with the other plan, and then you find 10 ideas in a particular week. So you as an individual can be confused. Out of your experience and knowing the market in South Sudan, especially as a woman-led entrepreneur, what businesses do you think suits women with little capital?
Before I dive in to tell the viewers the businesses that are very suitable for South Sudan at the moment, you know, when you have ideas, there's that idea that keeps you awake at night. This is me before I invented Yomi, or we came up with Yomi. I used to struggle to sleep because I'm constantly thinking, you know, how is this going to come to light? And as a young entrepreneur, as a lady, as a young gentleman, when you think about your business, you have to think at it at all angles, at all aspects. You know, okay, if we are producing, how are we producing? You know, who is going to consume? How am I making money? You have to think of all these angles. If this goes wrong, if that doesn't go wrong, you know, put those contingencies at best. How, you know, if I do this, who are going to be my market? Who are going to be my consumers? Constantly think of that. If that's the idea that doesn't let you sleep, if that's the idea you're constantly thinking out, if that's the idea that your intuition is telling you that this is what you should go for, definitely go for it. And if you cannot think of, if you think of a business but you cannot think about it from start to finish, you either need to relinquish that idea, or find how best you can think about it from start to finish. You know, you have to know it at all stages, know it in and out your business before you actually go into it. So some of the businesses I would recommend for women, as South Sudanese women, is we have, I think, agriculture, agro business, and food processing. I think that is a very good area which is untapped for us. We have a lot of agricultural produce, the likes of mangoes. I want to see a South Sudanese, you know, manufacturing mango juice from our own mangoes. We have fruits like turmeric. We have I don't know what we call it, tau. I don't know, this lalop. It's good for pressure, very healthy. You know, this is something we can export out there. Things which are inside our country. Sometimes what sells you is your unique produce. I think we have things like cashew nuts. Imagine you are processing from the garden. You try to make them package, can I say, not package, you know, process it in a way that is consumable not only to us within the domestic economy, but also internationally. That is something, if tapped, it can really make money for our people or our young entrepreneurs or people within our economy. Also, another thing which is a very profitable sector is fashion. You know, I don't think, you know, there is a need for us to be importing clothes. We have our own fashion taste here in South Sudan, how we want to dress. The Ugandans, they produce clothes for their people. The clothes for their people, maybe they're not favorable for us. We are taller people, so maybe they're producing for shorter people. So me as a tall lady, I come and I wear clothes made in Uganda. Uganda did not consider, you know, the height. So here I'm coming, gumash gata khor, very problematic. You know, imagine it is us producing for our own people. We know the needs of our people. We know that our people need clothes like this. If we make it this height, it will be suitable. If we make it this height, it will be suitable. Also, why I recommend fashion and craftsmanship, if I don't know if I said that in the beginning, why I recommend it, we have a lot of people are into fashion, things to do like with a lot of wedding events, the outfits they wear, by the way, those things, you know, it shows creativity, your own personal creativity. So if you're a creative person, why not go for it? You know, go for it. I think also the NGOs have put in a lot of effort to train young ladies and gentlemen tailoring courses, fashion courses. So if you know, sometimes it's not about giving you the job, telling you, you know, come and work here. You can create an opportunity for yourself. If you got the training with an NGO of tailoring and fashion, why not, you know, start to sew these clothes for they are called kauna suit, the ones the guys wear. You tailor them, tailor for ladies, you know, tailor the wedding dresses, tailor the bridal dresses, create your own name. Everything at the end of the day is about creating your space. Because nobody is going to open for you and be like, oh, you come, this is for you. No, you have to create your own space. This is the only way you will survive. Also, another thing which I feel like another business which would really sell or which would really work out for our economy is health. As much as I am dealing in sanitary pads at the moment, I feel like even if another brand comes in, it wouldn't be a challenge. I would not, because this market is big, and I would be happier if it's another South Sudanese brand. Because, you know, we are going to, this is how we are starting to build our economy as South Sudan, by producing at home. Home production, trust me, is one of the means or the fastest ways for us to build our economy. Because we are going to keep on, home production means our money is circulating at home. So slowly by slowly, the profits are also circulating at home. Everything is circulating at home. That would be very good for our economy. Another business which is very, 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 sorry to repeat, which is important at the moment is something to do with healthcare. Healthcare is very important. Things to do with our skin care. You know, we women naturally we like to take care. You know, we do. Nutrition is very powerful. Anything right now, if someone comes up and is like, I'm selling these herbs, I know there are people who sell herbs, and it helps with this, it helps with that. People can, you know, will be very happy to do it. But also what you need to know in getting into business of health, you really need to have the expertise. Expertise in as you know what your business is about, what you're doing at that time. Another thing, I don't know if I talked about skincare.
Yeah, you did.
Skin and body care. So those are some of the sectors I would really recommend for people to get in.
All right, thank you so much, Akut, for that. Before we go further, let's go for a short break. In the studio, I do have Akut Juicebin. She is the co-founder of Yommie and happens to be a lawyer as well. ChillZone Talk is where we discuss money, transforming ideas into doable ones, and how exactly our economy can be part of us. That's through us contributing to it. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim. Stay tuned because we will be back shortly.
Welcome to ChillZone Talk, where great minds, bold moves, and real money talk collide. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim, serving you everything in the business world, from building wealth, money talk, and meeting great entrepreneurs.
This is live, right?
It is.
Welcome to ChillZone Biz
I
Talk,
can't let them
where
come.
great minds, bold moves, and real money talk collide. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim, serving you everything in the business world, from building wealth, money talk, and meeting great entrepreneurs.
Hello there, welcome back to ChillZone Biz Talk. It is a show that gives you more ideas into business, how to elevate yourself and how to sustain that business that you are running, or be it a thing that you have started sometime, gave up on it, and you are willing to get back. This is the program that will lead you to the victory you are waiting for. I am your host, Rochelle Hakim, and in the studio I do have Akut Juicebin. She is the co-founder of Yumi Sanitary Pads, and today we spoke about greater things, and we are not yet done because we have so much for you right here. So, Akut, you spoke really great things about the business ideas that someone can start with a less capital. That's through their skills or either through the little that they have somewhere else to establish it. So currently, what do you think is the hardest thing or the hardest part that you feel it's a bit kind of challenging for any startup or entrepreneur out there, and how they can be able to overcome it?
Okay, thank you, Rachel, once again. The biggest challenge we struggle with as young entrepreneurs is access to funding. It's a very big challenge. Even us as a business, we struggled with getting funding. But at the end of the day, there is nowhere no one is going to give you money to start your business. So you start from where you are at, you start from where you are at with what you have. If you can access a loan, well and good. If you can, but I know the interest rates in this country are very problematic. But recommend a few programs. I don't know. Our company was an alumni of Orange Corner, so and there are a lot of also other funding programs which you can get into to help you as a young entrepreneur. And also another thing is, you guys, there is no business that can run alone.
Yes.
There is power in partnering. Sell your idea, sell your mind. When you go and be like, you look for people who are interested or people who have money and try to communicate. You come and you try to get partnerships. You tell them, this is what I'm doing, show them how it works, how it can make money at the end of the day, how long, the person, people will get interested, maybe because people have money, but they do not know where to put it.
Yeah.
So once you get an opportunity in a space with a person who you think is good, can be a good partner, utilize them, Also another thing is this, what they call network.
Yes.
Where you know various people from various walks of life, you know a doctor, you know a lawyer, you know this. Utilize those people. A business person, it can also help you as a business, a young business, because at the end of the day, it's not about money, but also the network is very powerful. I can have a friend who is maybe dealing in agro business, and I meet maybe an investor, and I'm your friend from a long time ago, but who will recommend you? It's going to be me. So there is power in networking. These are some of the few things you can do as a young entrepreneur to try to survive or try to bring your idea to life. Use your network, try to get partners, and lobby for funding however you can. I know it's hard, but yes.
All right, that's super great. Right now, there's someone who has been in the same position in their business for a period of 5 years, and they have survived already the stage of whereby no one could have known their business exists, but right now that stage is no longer there. Their business going on and etc. But then they're still facing a challenge of scalability to grow. What will you say to such kind of a business that is struggling to grow? What do you think is lacking and what they should do better?
As a business which is struggling to grow, one of the areas I personally, as a person who has experience in business, I would first consider looking into their finances. You know, how do you manage your finances? How do you manage your, you know, where does your money go? Are you spending your money, your business money? Are you reinvesting it in your business? So you need to have that financial literacy where you understand your business in and out. You understand the cash flows in your business. You understand, you know, where in your business you need to invest more money. Do you realize that a lot of some businesses, you can find someone continuously invests in their business, maybe like for 5 years, they are continuously investing before they actually start to pull out money. You know, because this is a person who wants their business to grow. You know, even a tree does not grow in one day. So you cannot do a business in one day, and you started watering it maybe 5 months into planting it, but then you stop. Do you think that that tree is going to grow properly and fast? No, it won't. So you have to continuously invest in your business. Yes, if you've started, it's not just about starting, it's also continuously sacrificing for that business, making sure that every day you dedicate your time, you know, look into the books, you know, continuously. If you have gotten a few customers, you should continue to relate with these people, continue to make sure that their needs in your product are fulfilled, that the quality you give them is consistent, such that, you know, whenever whatever they got from you finishes, they will still come back. You know, you first start by satisfying your current consumers, your current customers, then you will grow. But if you start a business, but then even the consistency with your initial customers is not there, trust me, you will never grow. So the people who get to meet your product at the first instance should be happy with it to the extent that they will come back for it. So after studying your cash flow, your finances in your business, we are in a world of .com, or what we call the digital world. So we have a lot of social media outlets, the Instagrams, the Facebook. These are spaces we should use to create visibility for your business. You know, make sure you're constantly posting about your product, that people get to know about it. And you know, when you're posting, don't just throw it out there. You just take a picture of it, like you take this picture every day because this is your product, you take it every day. No, you should have creative. Maybe today you post a poster talking about the benefits of your product. Tomorrow you post for us a video. The other day maybe get someone to promote your product. Like you should try to make your product so relatable to us as South Sudanese that it should be, you know, something we cannot do without. You know, when you are promoting it on the social media outlets. Also, another thing you can do to grow as a business is another thing you can do as a business to grow, apart from also building relationship with your customers, is very important. Then diversity, that is diversifying your product. If you started by maybe producing mango juice, you know, you've started with the initial one, it's mango juice with sugar. The other one should maybe not have sugar, cutting down the calories, fiber, jam, something like that. You create diversity of your product. Let me try to be relatable with the things which are currently in the market. Maybe it's a skincare body lotion that you're producing. Maybe you should consider people with dry skin, consider people with oily skin, people with acne skin. These are some of the things that you should you create the diversity in your product, that each and every body is covered by your product. So I feel like that is one of the ways a business can grow, you know.
All right, thank you so much, Akut, and I'm so pleased that today you came up with knowledge. Like when I mean knowledge, packed knowledge. And to you outside there, I hope you have learned and you get so much. My takeaways are so many, but here are the things that I consider so important you need to go with. That is knowing your finances, learn to partner, learn to also use the skill that you have learned somewhere to develop your business, also start somewhere. At the same time, challenges are always there to shape us, not to destroy us. So therefore, if you are passionate about entrepreneurship, this is your call, and today I believe this one is a motivation for you. We have come to the end of our program. I am your host, Rochelle Hakim. Catch up with us next time. This is ChillZone Biz Talk, only on SSBC. That's every Sunday right here. So next time, next guest, another mind, another great opportunity to learn about changing ideas into doable one. Bye-bye. Catch up with me till next time.
Welcome to ChillZone Biz Talk, where great minds, bold moves, and real money talk collide. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim, serving you everything in the business world, from building wealth, money talk, and meeting great entrepreneurs. Welcome to ChillZone Biz Talk, where great minds, bold moves, and real money talk collide. I'm your host, Rochelle Hakim, serving you everything in the business world, from building wealth, money talk, and meeting great entrepreneurs.